Hello and welcome back once again to our Epirus campaign in Imperator Rome with the Menander update. In the previous episode we took Ambracia, we took Aetolia, and we took the region, the province of Aetolia from Macedon, as well as the city of Lamia. So very well done for us. We are, however, completely out of manpower, which is not great. So let's get back to our own territory and we'll see where we go from there. We do have 126 ducats, and while it may seem a little bit silly to do it immediately, I am going to build myself a fortress in Hypatia because it's a mountain and it's in a really good location. Another option is, of course, Okyla Aetolius, but I think I prefer Hypatia. I would actually do both of them, but right now I think this is fine. Got no trade routes here, although Lamia I do think would be better off being my provincial capital. Lose a bit of loyalty. It's going down right now because it's an isolated province. I disagree that it's isolated. It's touching my capital. You can walk there. What is isolated province? What is that? What is that modifier? How do you get isolated province? That's not something I've seen before. Isolated province is definitely something I have not seen before. And it's a pretty significant modifier as well. Let me see just the province modifiers. I have no idea. I think still this is a good idea. Relocate to Lamia. It is the only city we have in this region. It's on a port. It's a really good location. So I think that's still a good idea. Alright, let's have a look at cultures though. We've just taken a bunch of people of different culture to ours. They are mostly Aetolian. Over here we've got more Aetolians. Ambracia was Epirus, that's not a problem, but we've mostly just got a bunch of Aetolians. 61 in fact, so almost half of my nation is Aetolian. Their current civic rights is at a freeman level. So that means that all of these guys in Aetolia, like this noble here, he is a noble of the Aetolian variety. Oh no, he's actually an Epirus. Okay, bad example. Let's have a look in Lamia. There's two nobles here. Both of which are Macedonian, right? Bunch of Macedonian nobles. They're not very happy. So, and also these Macedonians are set also to only have freeman rights. So, after a certain amount of time, these nobles are going to demote. There's a lot of demotion going to be happening because, well, we've got people that are not supposed to be here. It's just not good. It's not good. The nobles are only set to being allowed to be freemen, so they're going to demote to freemen. That's not good. We want the nobles. Nobles are good. So, what I need to do is potentially say about Macedonianism, we could look at the decisions and say that they have the right to lead, so the freemen are happier, citizens are less happy, but, you know, it could be okay. We could lose some stability to get cultural integration speed and culture happiness. The slave output goes down for Macedonian slaves, but, you know, it could be a good idea. We could give them the right to enter legal contracts, giving, again, more integration speed if we wanted to integrate them. Integrate them, by the way, we'll get into that in a moment. Right of inheritance as well, gain more integration speed, the happiness will go up, etc. Or I could found a colony with them, and I think that gives me a city of Macedonian culture, and then every other Macedonian in my area gets integrated faster, something like that. Or what we could do is change their rights, which I believe is like this, and we could say make them nobles. So the rights of the Macedonians will be increased. That will also integrate them. If you do either of these ones, it will integrate. Everyone else is not integrated. If we do either of these ones, the Macedonians will integrate into our, nation. They will have the same benefits as our primary culture of Epirus. And this will go down, I think by 5%, though it may have changed. This will go down. The primary culture happiness will go down because we've, added another primary culture. I do think, though, there are a lot of Macedonians, an absolute ton of Macedonians. There's also a ton of Aetolians. So, oh, there's actually Thessalians here as well. Ugh. It's gonna be tight. Like, you don't want to be integrating everybody, right? There is far too many pops, or too many culture types to integrate everyone. You will just end up exploding. You need to make decisions. You need to choose who you wish to integrate. The average culture happiness for everyone here is pretty low. I mean, Epir's only at 50%. I think what I want to do then is perhaps make these Macedonians a bit happier. Spend even more stability. That gives culture happiness. I mean, we're losing stability regardless. Let's do right of inheritance. Yes, we're gonna do that. Makes them a bit happier. That's good. Although I don't want to do it again. I think these are now making sense. An integrated culture group happiness, making them a lot happier. Population growth is really nice as well, but there is more an integrated culture group happiness as well there. Make every one of the foreign cultures just that little bit happier. I think that's a good idea. I think that was a solid plan. Lost all our money now, and we have none left. So what I'm going to do is sit in Passeron and do bloody nothing. I might do some drilling, maybe. It does make my army cost more, and I don't really have the money for that. So perhaps not. We will, however, look for new opportunities to attack. And I think this is looking good already. Let's make a claim on Amphasia. That gets us that, it'll get us that, and it might get us Ellis. Though we'd have to go through Portray. We could attack Ellis directly. That gets us Portray, and then Dime is free as well. Yeah, I think we're going to attack Ellis directly. Which means I need 20 political influence and I get a claim on Ellis. Maybe I should have done that before I looked elsewhere. Fun stuff. Rome would like to trade with me for olives. Yes, my income is pretty shockingly bad right now, so I will indeed trade. And my citizens are euphoric. Nice. In this moment, they are indeed incredibly euphoric. Good for them. There's Elatia as well, who've got no friends. That would be a phenomenal attack to do. But right now, no political influence. Let's have a look. There are some new decisions that we can do for Pyrrhos. So, for starters, obviously we've got this standard arrange adoption. If we wanted to adopt another character like we did for this guy here, Archimatophylax Sophilis Aeakid, he's adopted. But there are some other things. So we can scheme to influence. I'll gain a political influence modifier until a scheme is cancelled. It will cost me popularity though. My popularity right now is going down if we were to prove legitimacy. No, not that one. Scheme for influence. Let's see how much it does, because it's new. Popularity is now going down. Maybe I need a monthly tick. That's nice, but I want to read this. Okay, let's have a look at this. By carefully selecting loyal officers and moving recruitment and training under the purview of our own ministers, we've ensured a tighter grip on the army structure and loyalty. Nice. More manpower. Loyalty characters go down for 3 years, but it's fine. It's fine. The old ways must indeed make way. Right, let's wait for this monthly tick before we look away and look at other things. Right. It's now going down. Oh, it's only by negative 0.1. That's not bad. And this is giving us plus 20%. I think this is absolutely phenomenal. That's really, really good. I'll take that. Also, can you, like, get pregnant and have the babies, please? Just make me babies. I want more babies. Anyway, you are now making food. That's good. Being positive in the food is a good thing. And we can do another mission. Lean on Corkira. If Corkira is independent, they may become our feudatory subjects. Otherwise, I'll get a claim on them. They are indeed independent, so let's lean upon them. The Isle of Corcyra has a storied past, settled by Corinthians, and reportedly the location of the first naval battle in history, which was fought against their metropolis. They're no longer a major naval power, but their location in command of our coast is an intolerable potential threat. I agree. The island must come under our rule one way or another. I agree, very much so. Let's go. And I need that political influence to go up as well. Yeah, plus 20% for only 0.1 popularity is actually really, really temptingly good. Now they want some iron from Boeotia. I do have double iron in Boeotia. So what I could do... really? They've still got this problem. This needs to be here. Why is this still a thing that is an issue? We could cancel... I don't really want to cancel anything, though. Citizen happiness is really useful. How close am I to another trade route? It's really hard to really tell, isn't it? It's hard to tell how many trade routes, how close I am to getting a second one. Be nice if I knew that. I can always cancel it later. We will give iron to Heraclea. Are we about to be at war with them? Probably not. We've got Thuria's there. We've got that guy, and we've got Boy. Boy, I think, is going to be the best one. Because he's all the way up there, and I'm not going to be fighting him. Rome still has not expanded into Etruria, which is good for us, for sure. Epirus is gaining food, that's good. I'm gaining political influence, that's good. My stability is going up, that's good. Alright, I think we're in the clear for the painful bits. Hopefully. That fortress is going up. This is not a very good fortress. I will delete this as soon as this is settled and sorted. Hello. Phileas Gilead has by all accounts remained a scholar of the divine woman for much of her life. It caused some embarrassment, therefore, when she discovered extorting a local temple to egregiously unreasonable degree. So I could gain 10 corruption for political influence, or she could lose 5 loyalty for half of that. Easy choice. I mean, thank you for the political influence. That's fantastic. And then we're going to immediately fabricate on Ellis, who's going to bring us to war with Aetolia, good, Petrae, good, and also Amphisa. That's actually fantastic. All of that is good. He is going to get a civil war, which sucks for him. We have made all necessary diplomatic preparations for staking our claim to the island of Corcyra, and a delegation led by the charismatic Cineas has already set sail to demand the surrender of the island to Epirus garrison. They'll receive our command. If they accept, they'll become our feudatory. Or we get claims on them. Cineas and the other envoys have returned from Corcyra with news of their talks. The islanders have foolishly refused our demands. Well, fuck you. Talantia wants to leave, but I'm going to call you to arms purely because I need your fleet. Wait, do you have a fleet? Did you lose your fleet? I think you lost it. Fuck. Talantia, also come help. Ah, the bastards. Do we even have any boats on it? No, we don't. Fuck. Alright, looks like I need to build some ships. I can build a Hexair and a Tetrair. And that's all of my money. Oh, he's actually run away. So that's silly of him. And I will immediately cancel those ships. Can I cancel? Where do I see them? Build ships. Cancel that. And cancel that. There we go. Your donkey is dead. I could make him I really, really could make this guy a feudatory, but I'd rather just integrate them and take the land. The feudatory swarms are immeasurably powerful. They're so good, but I like to have at least my entire province as my own land, so I think I'm going to pass on that one. The ongoing war has taken up much of the attention of Basilius Pyrrhos as he leads our armies to inevitable victory. While Epirus does have bureaucratic momentum, there's many issues that await the capable hands of the legitimate monarch. So my wife gains loyalty and prominence, and she will attempt to assist her country. Good stuff. Consort Ariston is a pious woman. That's my wife. With great interest in religious matters, and naturally her first priority was this proposal designed to assuage the vocal priesthoods and treaties to address the worrying heptoscopies and auguries their diviners have uncovered. They claim Zeus and all the gods are displeased with Basilius. The situation has left Epirus. What situation? We're fine. Without his guidance, the gods themselves must be relied on to safeguard the country. The god lords of the heavens demand their word be adhered to, lest they bring calamity down upon our heads. So you want 10 ducats, but I gain a bunch of good stuff for it. That seems all good to me. For that cheap price, hell yeah. I'm happy. Elaine, claim upon Boeotia. That's cool. Got untiring devotion from you, 3 stability, thank you very much. I wonder if there's many cute events that I've missed so far. We'll let the men roam freely, get a bit of cash, and Corkira is now mine. Sue you for peace, take your land, goodbye. And we'll lose the aggressive expansion again, because aggressive expansion is not so good anymore, because if you go too high, it will affect your stability change. I mean, it's affecting it now, but you really don't want it to go too high, for sure. It's a huge change. So, what is next? What can we do next? Coastal capital. Alright, so for 50 ducats, I can basically move my capital to Ambracia. Hellenic Epirus citizen appears in Ambracia. I get freeman, city building slots, pop promotion speed, and migration attraction. Seems reasonable, sure. 50 ducats is a hard pill to swallow, though, for sure. Our ruler, Basilius Epirus I Aeacid, has announced an ambitious and divisive plan to relocate the entire court and administration of Epirus to the recently acquired city of Ambracia, with plans to build new palaces and public buildings to reflect our strength and glory. Sounds good to me. It is a better location than Pallerols for sure. Yeah, you can have some access, that's fine. There's a crisis in Macedon. Fantastic. Let us hope they fall to ruin. They're still at war with the Antagonids. They're allied with Petray as well, so I could just attack Petray to get back to war with them. It wouldn't actually be a terrible thing to fabricate on them, but I think, first of all, I want to fabricate on Dime. Because he's completely alone. He's not going to accept any status, though. Yeah, we'll fabricate on Thessaly, I think, is be a good idea. You want olives from Epirus? Sure. We make, I guess, quite a few olives. Epirus has 2 olives, 2 produced in Ambracia, 1 produced in Corkira. One thing that actually I only recently realized is that a city will just automatically make an extra trade good, right? So Ambracia, if it was a settlement, it would only make 1 olive, but as it's a city, it's 2 olives. And look, for city, base resource production +1, and I believe if we go, ooh, hang on, you're not faring too well. If we have a look at Mauria, we can see their capital of Paliputra is a metropolis, and that indeed gets base resource production +2. So he makes 3 silk despite only having 14 slaves and needing 18 slaves to get +1 silk. That's really cool. I like that change quite a bit. I also have seen quite a few people complaining about the change to the map here as well, where you can see the wastelands kind of outlined against the main color of the country. You see it as well in the Antagonids when you're this high up. You can see it sort of like they're outlined. See it in the Seleucid Empire. I've seen a lot of people complaining about that. I'm not going to be one of them because I think this is a marked improvement. It is a marked improvement. I do very much enjoy it. Mostly, that was an interesting way of saying that word, but whatever. Mostly because I think the way that it should be is like this, where maybe not so vibrant, but I would like this kind of color differentiation between the main, empire and the wastelands. Right? I want to see it this clearly. So while they've made great strides in making it a bit clear where the wastelands are by, putting an outline around it, I want it to also be in a different color. And again, with Egypt, doing it this way doesn't affect them as much because of Egypt's color, but it's still better. Antigone, as you can see as well there, that's a really good example. Again, not so vibrant, but being able to differentiate the wastelands this way would be a huge benefit. Armenia is a good example as well, because of all these mountains that they have. Anyway, but yeah, I think this is a much improved way of showing wastelands than the previous way, which was to not show it at all. I don't want to lose my capital surplus. No. So I'll just give you those marbles. Trade overview. Yeah, no, I blocked surplus. Why would he ask for my surplus of olives? Dude, no. No, go away. Alright, but I am going to take a short break there. So I want to thank you all very much for watching. If you want to support the channel, the best way is always likes and comments. If you want to go further, then I also have a Patreon page that you can find the link to in the description below. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.